Take good care of your paddle and clean it every now and then. Coach EmRatThich will explain to you a simple way to make your table tennis rubbers sticky again. How to keep your paddle sticky for a long time. They will help you save time and money in the long term. Make your Chinese rubbers tacky again. It's best to clean your Hurricane 3 rubbers with just water after each use. Use some water. Some drops of water should be on it. Put a protective sheet on top of it that isn't stuck to it. Press on it so that a few drops of water spread out evenly without bubbles, and the water is spread out evenly. At least 24 hours. During this process, you would notice how sticky it is. If you do this every time, your hurricane will last for at least 6 months to 2 years at the most. As a general rule, make sure you clean it with water and cloth only. Then, let it dry, then rub it on your arm until it feels tacky, and put it in your back case. Get rid of any dust. Make sure to rub it on your arm a few times during practice or gameplay to get rid of any dust or other things. Works for me and is still very tacky. The non-adhesive sheet might help a little, but I don't think it extends the life of the rubber. In the beginning, it was good for about 1.5 years or almost 2 years. Then it started to lose its grip, and it was not good enough for me to use anymore, but it still has enough grip. The Chinese rubbers like TG Skyline 3 or Hurricane 3 are still as good as new when it comes to grip. You should wash it every time you play. Then let it dry and rub it until it's tacky. Use olive oil. It doesn't matter how you clean. You can use lemon juice or olive oil to clean really dirty things. Take a damp cloth and wipe away any dried out rubber. Then put on your protective sheet right away and leave it on overnight. Tomorrow, the rubber will be sticky again. A lot of olive oil can make the paper even more sticky. Rub it on the top sheet and put a plastic sheet over it right away, as soon as it is still wet. Leave for a few days. Rubber will be crazy tacky. Plastic sheet. A plastic sheet actually helps a tacky rubber keep its grip. If you want, you can use any kind of plastic sheet you want. It's not a good idea to add more oil to your rubbers if they're still tacky though. Add some oil if they start to lose their stickiness. This will make the rubber a little sticky again. If I had to choose, I'd use mineral oil instead of olive or vegetable oil. Avoid too much oil. Adding a small amount of oil to the top sheet will help it become sticky again. A certain amount of sponge will make the sponge a little more responsive for a few weeks. But if you use too much oil, the glue that holds the top sheet to the sponge can break down, and then you get bubbles. There are 2 ways to get this. You can put too much oil on either the top sheet or the sponge. If you do both, there is a greater chance of bubbles in the top sheet. Also, don't add too much oil too often. More than once a month after a while can make the rubber stop working and make it weigh too much because of how much oil has been added. In the long run, oil makes rubber oxidize faster and lose its flexibility more quickly, which makes it less durable. Because your rubber is already losing its grip, this is something to put on the top sheet of your rubber. There is no need to do this if it's still working well enough. Lift the ball with rubber's tackiness. I'm using a Hurricane 3 commercial right now. DHS rubbers are known to lose their tackiness over time, but I was wondering if applying oil would make it sticky again. However, I can still lift the ball about 7 cm into the air. My Chinese friend tried putting oil on his rubber and it worked. Difference between tackiness and stickiness. They are not the same. The difference between the grip of rubber and its stickiness. Grip, stickiness, refers to the rubber's ability to make the ball move, to spin the ball. When the rubber stays in contact with a single point on the ball without slipping, this is called stickiness. When it comes to tackiness, on the other hand, the definition is a little bit more specific. In this case, it refers to how well the rubber can stick to the ball. To see how sticky your bat's rubber is, put the ball on it and hold it upside down to see how long the rubber can hold it without letting go. Chinese rubbers are well known for their tackiness. This tutorial is written by Coach EmRatThich. You can read it on the website, PingSunday.com.